Hello, person from Beta Alpha Psi and or EY. I am James Tom. I'm the current president of the Delta Pi chapter in Hofstra.
My name is Jennifer Gonzalez. I am the current secretary, incoming president.
And this is our presentation about what we did with the budget you guys gave us. So
first, we're going to talk about our successful implementation of our event, what we did with the money, how we ran our event. We're going to talk about the learning outcomes with a pre and post survey event that we had. We're going to talk about the challenges we encountered while trying to make this event happen, and then some metric analysis of how we came up with this event.
Okay, and so this is the general schedule. This is a high-level overview of the schedule. First, we had a lot of 25 minutes for check-in. A lot of people tend to get lost on our campus. I don't know why, but that happens. So we did that, and then we then had our department chair come and give a few comments, welcome the students. Then after that, we had a technology in the accounting profession demo with one of our adjunct professors, James Dolce, who is a technology consultant at EY and also teaches at Hofstra on the side. Then we had our Making It in Accounting panel, tips and internships and career opportunities. That panel was hosted by me, and it had a bunch of our current members on the panel. And then Jennifer will go more on that later. We also had a lunch and accounting trivia. And finally, we had a closing departure ceremony.
So about our event, like James mentioned, first we started with some welcome remarks from the department chair of the accounting department. She just welcomed the students. So we were fortunate enough that West Babylon High School reached out to us to actually host this event. They wanted to teach their students about what the accounting world looks like at a university so that their students could be more perceptive to accounting and just know more about the industry. Then we had a professor discussion with one of the adjunct professors here at Hofstra University. He talked about the emerging technologies in the accounting industry. It was actually a very great presentation. It brought a lot of questions from the students about how technology affects the accounting world, what can we do with accounting, and I just think overall it was a great conversation for students and just learning how they can use technology in accounting. Then talking about our student panel, I think this was the highlight of our event because not only did we show the high school students what an accounting student life looks like here at Hofstra, but just overall what the life of an accounting student is like. They talked about their accounting courses, studying for the CPA, and just tips and tricks that they might be able to use in the future if they do decide to go into accounting, whether at Hofstra or any other university. And then finally, we finished off with a fun lunch and trivia where most of our members came, they sat down with the high school students, talked to them, and just again talked about the accounting world and any questions that the students might have had.
All right, and then here are our learning outcomes. So one of the most important things we learned is that panels are an incredibly effective way to encourage discussion. What was great, and I agree with Jennifer wholeheartedly, that it was the highlight of the event. Students were asking us questions, students were answering questions, and really we got to see how interested these people, or these high school students were in accounting. Furthermore, leading to my next point, we saw that students are actually interested in the accounting profession. I know a lot of industry people and a lot of people are saying, oh, there's a somewhat decline in accounting. Well, there are some people who are interested at the high school level, which is really awesome to see that. The next is another thing is to partner with university admissions to get free stuff for the attendees. A lot of these high school students, they might go to Hofstra, which is pretty cool. So a little gift bag we got them all was from the university admissions. So we just went to their office, okay, we're having a little event. Do you have anything to give us? They're like, yeah, sure. So it was a great little gift bag for all the students, even though it's just some posters or Post-its, folders, and pens. They really enjoyed it. And finally, trivia is a great way for students to participate in. It was just a fun activity. A lot of people had fun doing it. It just got everyone's excitement back up after a lot of talking with the panel and a lot of the technology session. So it was a great way to get these students' energy back up and a great thing to do while they're eating food.
So some of the challenges we encountered while putting this event together was the school selection process, which was a lot harder than we thought. So we actually reached out to a couple of high schools that were near our campus, but unfortunately they were not very responsive, and so we weren't able to collaborate with them. But like I had mentioned earlier, we were fortunate enough that West Babylon High School did reach out to us because again, they did have that interest from their students in wanting to learn about the accounting career. And so just partnering up with them was a great opportunity for us to put this event together and then actually teach them about what the accounting world is like. We also had difficulties running the event without volunteers. However, we were able to overcome that because we have a wonderful group of members from the Beta Alpha side that were able to volunteer. We had different slot times so that they could sign up. A lot of them signed up for the whole day, which was wonderful. And just with their help, we were able to overcome all of these challenges and just guide the students. It was also hard for the students to navigate campus when they arrived. So again, that's where our volunteers came in. They helped guide them to the bathroom, to the parking lot, wherever they might need. So by having that community of Beta Alpha Psi helping us with the high school students, we were able to overcome most, if not all, challenges we had faced.
All right, and here are the metrics we gave to you in our proposal. So the first question, we did a pre and a post survey. The first question was, on a scale of 1 to 5, how confident are you in understanding different career opportunities within accounting? Pre-survey, low. Post-survey, high. Which is pretty good. Next one, on a scale of 1 to 5, how familiar are you with the accounting profession? Good to see that students became more familiar after, again, where the green line is post and the blue line is pre. And finally, how interested are you in a career in accounting? They seem to be a lot more interested after the survey.
And just some remarks before you move on.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about being interested in the accounting department, we were also fortunate enough to partner with NCC, which is the NASA Community College, which is a community college that is near our campus. And with that, we were able to give students the choice of not coming to our campus because, you know, it might be expensive, the tuition might be high, but also having that alternative that if they do want to go into accounting, there are other opportunities that they can go forward. And just actually being in the accounting world is a great experience. And they can not only have that choice here at Hofstra, but they have that choice anywhere. And we want to make sure that all students have that opportunity.
Yep. And if you have any questions, please let us know. One more time, we'd like to thank you, Ernst & Young, EY, and Beta Alpha Psi for getting us this money to do this fantastic event. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I know.